For the first time in 20 years, the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, opening a new field office. It's an attempt to tackle the country's opioid crisis.
Today, we are facing the deadliest drug crisis in American history. We've never, ever seen the death rates that we're having today. 64,000 died last year. Based on our data, the overdose rate continues upward. It would be the highest drug overdose death toll and the fastest increase in that death toll in American history. I'm announcing more than $12 million in grants to state and local law enforcement agencies across America to take heroin, methamphetamines, cocaine, and other illicit drugs off the market. Second, I'm announcing a restructuring at the DEA with the establishment of the first new field division in 20 years. And finally, I'm ordering all our U.S. attorneys' offices to designate an opioid coordinator to serve as a kind of quarterback of our anti-opioid efforts in that community.
Of course, that was Attorney General Jeff Sessions. While the DEA comes up with their plan to stop the opioid crisis, the National Institutes of Health is starting its own initiative. They are looking to develop new technology to objectively measure pain. Joining me to explain is Dr. Dave Thomas from the National Institute on Drug Abuse. You know, White House Counselor Kellyanne Conway says the pain scale that we now use contributed to the opioid crisis. What does she mean by that?
Well, yeah, I just heard about that coming in here today, that that she noticed that was a problem. And I think that kind of underscores the problem. We have a way of measuring pain that senators have reached out to us saying, you got to do better in the smiley faces and the sad faces. Kellyanne mentioned it, and it's bloody obvious to us too, that good science, good treatment starts with good measurement, and we can do a whole lot better than smiley faces.
We've overprescribed pain medication?
Oh, yeah. They have been overprescribed. They've been given to people that don't need them at all. Right. After surgery, you might get a month's supply of opioids when you're not even going to take them. And so, yeah, they're definitely overprescribed. The challenge is to get opioids to the people that will benefit from them, to prescribe them better and to not prescribe them better, because we don't want to leave people that get benefits from opioids out in the cold.
What are you going to be doing new at NIH? What have you got going? You got a new device or something?
Yeah, we don't have the device yet. We're going to fund the development of these devices. We call them the painometer or the painometer. We haven't quite decided what to call it, but it is something that we could see being used in clinical settings where you go in and you see your doctor, and your doctor should ask you how you're doing, and you should tell them if you're feeling pain and things like that, but also to have another device that gives a little better picture of what type of pain you're in, what's causing it, what might help you with your pain. And so we're going to fund R&D, a number of companies to develop these sort of devices, and we'll see which ones stand the test of research. And the best ones we hope to get out there and help inform treatment. You
heard the Attorney General talking about 60,000+ people dying. So how far away are we from seeing this new development, this new device?
Oh, this particular device, let me make clear, we're not talking about Star Trek with something that's a scanner, and we'll get the whole breadth of your pain condition, your psychological state, your emotional state, your spiritual state. That's not this thing. This thing will just give us some indication about what's changed in the body, in the brain of a person with chronic pain. And those sort of things, we think we can develop the simple metrics, the simple devices within a few years.
You know, one of the things I want to make clear, because we were talking out in the newsroom, this touches all of us. We all know somebody who's had to deal with this crisis up close. Guys stop me on the street all the time talking about heroin users. You know, we've been out here for the longest time, but now because it's called, you know, opioid and this other thing, the world is paying attention to it. But you've also known some experiences up close. You've known of some individuals that have struggled.
Yeah. I mean, I've known people, I know a lot of people in chronic pain. Most of my training is in pain. I work for people in pain, but I also work for the National Institute on Drug Abuse. Right. And I've met these people at conferences, and they come tonight to plead, they write us letters. And I know some people personally that are somewhat connected with friends and family that have died. So yeah, make no mistake, the opioid crisis is real. It's killing a lot of people, but we also have to take care of people in pain and do it smarter. And that's where this pain-o-meter could at least be part of the solution.
Yeah, can't come soon enough.
No.
All right. Thanks a lot. Nice talking
Thanks.
to you. Okay.